Welcome. In this class, I am going to say basic part of your SQL, that is introduction of SQL. Before going to Python and SQL interface, first you have to recollect your SQL. What is the full form of SQL? SQL means structured query language. Structured query language. Now, see this one. SQL is an RDBMS. What's the full form of RDBMS? We studied last year. RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. That means SQL is a relational database system. It is a non-procedural language using which we can manage, create and process the data which is stored in a relational database, or data which is stored in the form of a table can be processed by using an SQL language, by using the language SQL. Now, SQL is not case sensitive. That means it will support both uppercase letters and small letters. What are the different categories of SQL commands? Yes, there are 4 different categories of SQL commands are there. What are they? DDL commands, DML commands, DCL and TCL. What's the full form of DDL? Data Definition Language. What's the full form of DML? Data Manipulation Language. These are the 2 categories of commands which we studied last year. There are other 2 different types of commands are there, DCL and TCL. What is the purpose of DCL commands? DDL commands. DDL commands are the commands which are used to create, alter or delete the structure of a table, whereas DML commands are the commands which is used to process the records which are stored in the form of a table, or which are used to manage or process the records which are stored in a table. That is your DML commands. DDL commands are create, alter and draw. DML commands are insert, delete, update. So 3 different types of commands are there. In DDL, create, alter and draw. In DML, insert, update and delete. Select, you can say select comes under DML. You can say it is select is also a DML command. Next, we can see basic commands used in SQL. What are the different types of commands used in SQL? The first one is show database. What is the purpose of show database? Yes, it is used to display the entire database present in MySQL. I'll show you, I'll run that in here in MySQL. So, I am going to show databases. Show databases. See that these are the databases present in MySQL or present in my system. These are the databases present there. Now, we can create a database by using the query create database. So, I am going to use create database here. Create database and you have to say database name. That database name is a user defined name. Here already I have student is there. So, I am going to create another database named employee. Employee is L-O-Y-E-E. Okay, employee. Now, it will create a database named employee. Now that the query is okay. That means there is no syntax error is there. That query is okay and one database named employee is created. Now I will show you whether it is created or not. See, show databases. That will display that database in your screen. Now that the employee is present there in your system. Next step, we can change the database. By using which command you will change the database? Yes, by using the use command. Use, your database name is employee. Use database name. Now at present you are working in employee database. Now you want to see whether there is any table is present in that employee database. Then you can use the database, use the command show. Show tables. So now it's showing the answer as empty set. That means there is no database is present in employee database. No table is present in employee database. Employee database is empty, that is just created now, there is no table over there. Next, we can see how to create a table. Now I am working in employee database, I want to create a table. So to create a table, we can use the query create table. Create table is a DDL command. It is used to create the structure of a table. So I am going to use create table. Now you have to say table name. Table name is EMB. Now inside the bracket, these are the things we studied last year. Inside the bracket you have to mention the attribute name and the data type. That means the table column name and its data type. So I am going to say employee number. Employee number is of type integer. And I am going to say name. Okay, name of type character. And age of type int. So 3 attributes mentioned. That means in your table you will get 3 columns. The first column employee number, second one is name, and the third one is age. Now here yes query, okay, that means there is no syntax error in that query, the table is created. Now you can check whether the table is created or not by using the command show tables. Show tables. See that when I press the show tables commands, you can see the table name is displaying over there. That means the table EMB is created. Now I just want to describe the table. That means what all the attributes are there in the table and its data type I want to see. So for that you can use the command describe. Describe EMB. Describe EMB. Now that particular table's attribute name and its data type you can see on the screen. See that ENO int, name character, and the third one age of type int. So these are the structure of the table which we created now. Now the table creation part is over. Next I want to insert records into the table. So the creation first, the structure is created, right? Next we have to insert the records into the table. To insert the records into the table, which query you will use? Yes, the query will be insert. Insert into table name. What is the table name here? Table name is EMB. Insert into EMB values. Inside the bracket you have to mention the value which should be placed under each attribute. So the first value you have to mention as ENO. Next you have to mention name, and the next thing you have to mention age. 3 columns are there, 3 column values you have to mention within the bracket. So I am going to say 123 is the employee number. And name I am going to give the name as Ravi. And the third one is age I am going to give age as 45. Now press the semicolon. Press the enter key. The first record is inserted. Query is okay. There is no syntax error. That record is inserted into the table EMB. Same way you can insert second record by pressing the up arrow. The same query will be displayed over there in the prompt. You can edit the inserted value. I am going to edit this inserted value. This is 231 and here I am going to give this as 231 and the name is Brinda. Age is 40. Age is 40. So now two records you inserted. Query is okay. That means no syntax error. The query is inserted and that will be the second record in your EMB table, right? Next. So insert query is over. Next we can see how to change the inserted value. We studied last year update query. So by using the update query, you can change the value which is already inserted in the table. Before going to the update query, there is a command select is there. Select query is used to display the content of the table. So I am going to say select ENO from table name. Table name is EMB. EMB is your table name. Select ENO. ENO is the attribute name which is there in the table EMB. Select ENO from EMB. Now press the semicolon, enter key. Only the ENOs will be displayed over there. Same can be edited like this. ENO, comma, name. ENO, comma, name. So it will display both ENO and name. Next, I am going to say select star from EMB. That means entire attributes. All the attributes present in the EMB table will be displayed on your screen. So that is your select query. Along with the select query, you can use where clause also. What is the purpose of where clause? Where clause is used to mention any condition. You can specify any condition by using the where clause. Next, we can study about the update. Update query is used to change the content of an attribute. It can be a single attribute or multiple attribute. I am the update query. Update. Your table name is EMB. Update is a DML command. DML command will not use the keyword table. Only DDL commands will use the keyword table. Now update is a DML command. There is no table keyword is not there. You are mentioning the table name. Update EMB. Now I just want to change the employee number of the employee Ravi. Ravi's employee number I have to change into 500. So I am going to write set. Don't forget about the keyword set keyword. Update EMB set ENO equal to your new employee number. ENO equal to 500 and you have to say condition part whose employee number you want to change. I want to change the employee number of the employee Ravi. So you can specify the condition by using the where clause. So I am going to use where name equal to Ravi. Where name equal to Ravi. Now press the enter key. Say query okay. That means there is no syntax error over there. The query is okay. It is updated. Now you can check it whether it is updated or not by using the select query. Select star from EMB. Ravi's employee number is changed into 500. That is your update query. Same way there will be one more query is there, that is delete query. Delete query is used to delete a record from the table. If it is a single record or multiple record, that depends upon the condition. So I am going to use delete query. Delete from EMB. From clause is using only along with select and delete. Delete from EMB where ENO equal to 231. ENO 231. You want to delete the record whose employee number is 231. Press the enter key. Yes, query okay. That means that particular record is deleted from your system. Now check it whether it is deleted or not. Press the select query. So when you use the select query, only one record you can see over there. So that means the other record is deleted. Now these are the basic commands we studied last year. Along with we studied alter table and drop table also. Alter table is used to add, change or rename the existing attributes. And drop is used to change the or delete the entire structure of the table including the records. See, once again go through all the SQL basic SQL commands which we studied last year. Show data, by using this only you can do your Python interface with MySQL. Show database, it is used to display the existing databases. Create database is used to create a database. Use database name. Use database name is used to change the database. Show tables, which is used to display the tables present in the current working database. And next is create table. Create table is used to create a table. Next, describe table name. That will display the current structure of the table. That specified table structure, it will be displayed on the screen. Next is your insert query. It is used to insert a record into the table. Select query is used to display the records from the table. You can use select star also, that will display the entire records from the table. And update query. Update is used to change the content of the table. Delete is used to delete the content of the table. If you are using delete from table name, the entire content of the table will be removed. And alter is used to change the structure of the table. And drop table is used to change the remove the structure of the table including the content, including the record. These are the basic SQL command, SQL queries. Out of this one, DDL commands are create, alter and drop. DML commands are insert, update and delete. Now, by using this basic command, we can study how to interact with Python, how to Python interacting with MySQL. How can you insert record through Python into SQL table. Through Python you are accepting the data, and the same data how can you write into the SQL table. Actually SQL table is acting as a backend. Backend means it's a permanent storage place, and Python is acting as a front-end interface. Front-end interface means it's through the front-end we are accepting the input from the user. When the user give the input, Python will accept the input, and we are writing that input through to the SQL, and which will be stored permanently there. That is why SQL is called a back-end interface and Python is known as front-end interface. Using the Python we are accepting the data, and you are writing, copying the data into MySQL and storing there it as a permanent storage. So that is why SQL is known as a back-end interface. Now next class we can study how to interact Python with SQL. How to interact Python with SQL, or how to communicate Python with SQL. Thank you children.